Hello everyone, Dara White aka X1X underscore X1X here. I wish I'd chosen an easier screen name to say actually. I'm going to jump into a few non-turbo sit and goes here and try and talk through some of the decisions. I tried recording a video last night. I started off trying to record 16 tables, but the quality was pretty horrible when it came through and I was driving myself insane trying to talk through everything that was going on. And then I tried 9 tables. Again, the quality wasn't great, so I figured I'd drop it into 6 tables and see if that was any better. I'm going to wait until this sit and go here starts, and then we're going to excuse me, jump into 6 $10 sit and goes here. So use my, I think I've got some tournament dollars left. 2, 3. And this is number 6 here. So it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So fingers crossed we don't play like an absolute donkey. You'll see that my screen's all black here. It's the screen recording software that I'm using. To reduce the file size and improve the quality, it can black out the screen behind. So everything's still there, but just for this screen recording software. I'll bring this back up just so we're not looking at a blank screen. Oh, here we go. So I don't like clicking I'm ready until I've got at least, hopefully 2 of the tables are up. I don't know if anyone's watched my videos before. I've got a couple of videos up on YouTube and PokerTube. I'm not the most mathematical player. I'm more a player that just plays on their gut feeling. I don't have, well, I've got Hold'em Manager, but I never use it. All the information on the screen, it's too much going on. Especially when you've got multi-tables, and I know that a lot of people use Hold'em Manager because they play multi-tables, but I just think there's too much going on. It's personal preference basically. So hopefully we're going to get a few sit and goes fired up soon. Oh, there's a few registered. I see there's another, this Dave Mo, I think he's another grinder using a few multi-tables. So hopefully there's a few interesting spots to come up we can talk about. But definitely, especially in the non-turbo sit and goes, you really want to be fairly tight early on. And I'll give this Dave Mo a note. It just said multi-sit and go player. Just so that I know that he's got 4, 5, 6 tables open as well. So I don't think this guy's going to be playing too fancy. He'll be playing the same sort of strategy as I am. Basically playing tight early on, playing his strong hands aggressively. So we're going to give this guy a lot of respect, especially early on. It's just easy to see when you quickly look at your table and you see the orange tag is raising it up. Well, it would have been nice if we'd don't call this on the table on the left. Some pretty strong action here though. And guy at the top's missed his flush. He's maybe got a weak 9. Oh, he's got a 9, does he? Wow, he rivered the flush. See if the guy hit him on the flop. Jack 9, so the guy hit him the whole way. Queen 10 offsuit here, middle to early possession, pretty easy fold. Especially the $10 level. I suppose really any level. You really want to play fairly tight early on in these sit and goes. Hopefully let a couple of the guys or girls, I don't want to be sexist, God forbid, let the idiots knock themselves out. And obviously the more players that knock themselves out, the more chance you've got of making the money, which is no bad thing. That's 4 of the tables. You can see it's very easy to see this Dave Mo guy, just with a little tag there. It doesn't tell us anything about how good a player he is. But we're just going on the general assumption that because he's playing multiple tables, he'll be a fairly decent player, and he's going to be playing fairly tight early on. So just another 2 tables to go. So we're in for $66. So to make profit, we basically a first and a second place would be nice. Is that 40, 60? 63, basically a first and a second, and we're about break even. So a first and 2/3, or 2 firsts obviously would be nice. But if you've got rake back as well, if you put the volume in, even if you're just breaking even over the long term, if you've got rake back you can be fairly profitable. Oh, that's our 5th table opening up. Oh, didn't click that. And my OCD is going to kick in again. I need to line all the tables up perfectly. I don't like seeing the top of the tables for some reason, I don't know what it is. This is quite harmful to my game actually. I spend about 2-3 minutes lining up all my tables, which obviously isn't great. Full tilt, if you're watching this, it would be nice to have a function that you can lay out a certain amount of tables and then click save table layout, so the next time you open up the same amount of tables it automatically sets them to where you had them last time, if that makes sense. I suppose we can make these a bit bigger. It'll maybe help you see the whole cards as well. So line our top tables up first. I'll slow roll with my 7-4 there. I'll just pump it all in. Get a bit of fold equity. I've got pocket 7s on the button down here. It's been raised up in early possession and the cut-off's called. We're just going to flat call on the button and look to set mine post flop. It would be nice to hit a 7 on the flop. I think this size of table is going to work well. Well, we never hit our 7. He's laid out and this guy's called. If this guy had folded, I might have stuck a little raise in here, just trying to get this guy to fold if he's got ace king, ace queen. But we're not going to do anything with this guy in the pot as well. Whoops. I can understand if this is a bit annoying watching me laying out all the tables, but needs must. Pretty sure that the world would explode if I never set the tables like this. Well, we would have got in trouble if we decided to raise that guy with aces. And this guy went crazy with a weak top pair. I've got pocket aces down here in the cut-off. I've got a limper in behind it, so I would normally just raise it to 3x. But with the limper in behind, I'm going to raise it to 105. I don't want to raise it too much and give away the fact that I've got a very strong hand. Even though it should be fairly obvious to everyone. I know I'm half decent. I've got king queen suited here in the cut-off. The really micro stacks just limped in here, which is dodgy. I'm just going to limp in behind. It's such a weird, I don't understand why you would just limp in. We've got a second nut flush draw with 2 overcards now. Pretty sure if he shoves, I might isolate here. I'm going to re-raise all in isolate and hope this guy goes away. And we can raise this guy with 2 overcards and a flush draw. So we're actually ahead of him at the moment. And we win the pot, which is nice. I thought he was a lot stronger than king 10 for sure. My music stopped. Get another track on. Not really anything exciting on these hands here. I'd love to know what this guy laid out on the last hand. He would obviously need a pretty strong hand to call our raise, but you never know. No, we've got a set and this guy's gone broke with ace king. No pair, no draw. He's got runner spades, I suppose. Runner spades, runner straight. That's pretty sick. We'll see how that went down. Huge raise. It's nearly, what's that, 9 times the big blind under the gun. It's pretty horrible. Well, if he was going to play it, you can't commit that many chips pre-flop and then fold post-flop. So I suppose he's done the right thing there after he's made the bad raise pre-flop. And the guy's obviously calling with a set. It was the horrible raise pre-flop that led the guy to losing all his chips there. He could have just raised it normally. Pocket 7s would have just called. When the ace king misses the flop, you can stick a little continuation bet. And when the pocket 7s raises him, you can just fold and he's still in the sit and go. But you raised it too much. can hear that clinking, it's me stirring my cup of coffee. It is just gone 12:30 in the morning. So I need a little bit of a stimulant to keep me going, a legal stimulant. I've been there, got the t-shirt. I'm a bit old for all the illegal stuff now. I've got a raggy ace in the big blind here. I'm not going to get excited about this. King 10 suited under the gun. It looks nice, but a dangerous hand. We've got 9-8 here in the big blind. We've got to check our option. Only 80 chips in the middle. We'll get to check our option with ace 6 here. Just going to check with the 8-9. Hopefully we hit a pair on the turn. We hit second pair with an ace kicker, but obviously 3 clubs on the board is not nice. We're just going to fold this here. Yeah, we've only got 9 high, we've no draw really. We're drawn to a pair of 8s, pair of 9s, and then we're praying it's good. In this hand here, the ace queen versus pocket queens. Did the money go all in pre-flop? King 5 offsuit here, it's only 20 chips to call, but I'm just going to fold that. It's a different situation, you've got suited connectors, which plays a lot stronger post-flop than the King 5. I just want to see if they got all the money in pre-flop. Well, it's pretty sick to do that. Just going to check on the flop. We've picked up an open-ended straight draw with a flush draw, so we're going to try and build the pot here. And even if we get called, we're going to have another little stab on the river here with our 5 high. Basically hoping this guy was on a draw, and he can't call now. Pretty sure he's got an 8 now. We'll do a bit of Hollywood, just pretending we've actually got a hand. It would be nice. I mean, even if he had a set there, we can hit any spade, any spade, any ace, any 6, which is a few 8s going to the river. When it misses on the river, we've got 2 options. We can either give up or we can try and steal the pot. We had a little steal, but it didn't go down too well. Pretty sure he called me with an 8, and then obviously when he hits trip 8s in the river. And you've got King Jack here off